What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Luke Puts Something in a Crock Pot and Calls Himself a Chef. Welcome back to another episode of Can You Tell Luke is Addicted to Taco Seasoning? Welcome back to another episode of Just Give It a Mix. Today we are making fajita mac and cheese. This is the stuff that you need. This is the shit that you need to keep. This is the shit that you need to cook. I don't even know if you can call this cooking because all you're doing is chopping and walking away. We're going in with 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast, preferably not frozen, but that's all I have right now, and I don't really feel like waiting for it to thaw. So it's going in frozen, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. There's certain things that are for tomorrow. So this is for tomorrow, this is for tomorrow, and this is for tomorrow. These are all put in later on in the process. Next, we're going in with about 3 cups of chicken broth. I have the low sodium stuff. You can do the full sodium, it's up to you. And there we go. There's probably about a cup left in here. We're going in with 1 can of cream of chicken. Let me give it a lick. Oh man, that's actually really good. It's gonna give a good creamy texture to this whole thing. And obviously a lot of great flavor. Next up, we're going in with a whole pack of taco spice. You could use fajita. I just don't have fajita, and I much prefer taco seasoning. I could live off this stuff. Straight up, I could put this in Greek yogurt. Actually, I have, and use it as a dip. It's actually really good. Going in with about 1 cup of salsa. I'm gonna be honest, I don't typically weigh out my salsa. We're gonna put this on medium or low overnight. I'm not going to give you a time frame. If you guys have thawed out chicken, it may take longer. So just once the chicken starts pulling apart easily, that's when you know it's done. This is just kind of a recipe I threw together. Peanut butter squares. All it is peanut butter with protein powder, chocolate chips, and honey, and it's delicious. You mix it all together, you eat it with a spoon. You can, I don't know, you can throw it in some ice cream. You could try to bake it. If you want to add an egg, you could try to bake it. I'm sure it would turn out delicious. All right, that's reading 235. Oh, look at that. A little treat for daddy here. I love peanut butter so much. That's definitely my favorite flavor. Shout out to Babin's Bees. This is my parents' honey from their hives. It doesn't get any better than that. They actually say that local honey is like super good for you. 75 grams of honey. What do we do? Just give it a mix. All right, so I've been mixing this for probably 5 minutes. And I did have to add some water because it was crazy dry. And now we're at a state where, I don't know, it almost looks like puppy chow or something. There's just a bunch of clumps. I'm gonna take some calorie-free maple syrup and just do that much, just a little bit, for a little more moisture and a little more sweetness, because I love things sweet. All right, now that we're almost ready to plate, I'm gonna do 2 things. A little pinch of salt, just to bring out those flavors, and then 75 grams of mini dark chocolate chips. I prefer the mini ones because I find that like they go further. You know, you get more in a bite. Oh. All right, so I have a baking dish here. I just sprayed it with some non-stick spray. I'm going to go in with this whole mixture here. Spread it out evenly, and then once it's even, start packing it down. Pack it down even more with my hands. All right, so you can cut this now or later. I'm gonna cut it now so I already have them portioned out, but I'm gonna do 12 slices. Now you should try to be as even as you can. So I got them into 12 slices. They're cut a little weird, but I know where to grab them. So they come to 215 calories, 21 grams of protein, which is an appropriate ratio for my diet. So I'm gonna pop these in the fridge, and whenever I need them, they're there. All right, good morning. The kitchen smells amazing. The chicken is almost done cooking, but what needs to be done next is we need to cook some vegetables because this is a fajita mac and cheese. So peppers, mushrooms and onions go in fajitas. And I'm not a huge raw vegetable guy, so I want these cooked before putting them in there. This is a step that you can skip, but then you can't call it fajita mac and cheese anymore, okay? So you're gonna have to come up with a new name if you don't put the veggies in. And I would call it the easy way out mac and cheese, because just eat your vegetables. You know, just relatively the same size as the noodles, just to kind of ease the whole eating process. I'm gonna chuck that into the pan while I cut the mushrooms and onions, just to give them a little more of a chance to cook. Whole pack of mushrooms. If a vegetable was a person, I think I'd want to hang out with the mushroom, because, I don't know, I feel like he'd be like a pretty fun guy. You like that? I don't. It's too early for jokes, guys. It's too early. It's 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday. It's way too early. I'm not hungover. I don't drink. But it's still too early. Okay? Listen. I've tried to put this in another video before, but the videos were too short. This is the proper way to cut an onion, okay? Not this way, okay? You go this way. Bam. 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 All the way down. On the last one, you might have a fatter one, just if you cut it weird, which I did. Just be careful and cut it thin. Then now, you have just a bunch of slices, okay? You may be thinking to yourself, that's too many slices, but it's not. Hold everything together. Look at this. Perfect cubes. You don't have to do this sideways shit. You know, this is all you need to do. Alright, into the pan. Now that our veggies are sweating out in the pan, a good thing to do right now would be to shred our chicken. And let me tell you, I put this in overnight, 11 hours, because it's almost 10 o'clock, and this chicken is just ripping apart. Oh my god, it looks so tender. It smells amazing. Okay. Oh yeah, oh my god. That is bomb. What I have here is 500 grams of protein pasta, and I'm gonna try cooking it in here. So I'm gonna just dump it all in, give it a mix, and this should soak up the last of the residual moisture from the chicken broth and the salsa. Should. We may need to add more, but we'll see. Either way, mac and cheese is not supposed to be watery. The veggies are at a desirable state. I'm now going to incorporate it into this whole mixture here. Make sure you shut off your heat. Mix this all up. I'm gonna chuck it back on probably low. And I'm gonna go hit legs. And when I come back, we should be ready to add the cheese and the bacon bits. And then we will be ready to devour the hell out of this mac and cheese. Oh, it smells good. Alright, well, I'll see you after legs. Alright, so I just destroyed legs, and this macaroni is all done. So, it is a little dry, so I'm going in with just another little splash of chicken broth. Give that a mix. We're going in with a whole pack of bacon bits. One for me. Thank you very much. You're welcome. And a whole pack of of low-fat mozzarella cheese. Thank you very much. You're welcome. And all that's left to do, guys, is incorporate all the cheese, all the bacon, and then we are ready to serve. All right, let's give this guy a try. Yeah, that's good. That is delicious. That is quick and easy. A little bit of Taco Bell fire sauce. Oh yeah, probably a little more than a little. Oh my god. I honestly wasn't sure how this would turn out, and that's delicious. This tastes more like a butterscotch thing. Or like an oatmeal cookie. This is still amazing. I put the macros up for individual portions and then together as a whole meal. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the like button. Leave a comment if you'd like. Keep kicking ass and have a good day.